action. Hello everybody, welcome back to the N-Powerment Nursing Live Cafe. My name is Ashley Bully.
And I'm Linda McDougall.
And we are here this evening to talk about test day. Woo! So a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. First of all, welcome everybody. Please like and share this video within your nursing groups, on your Facebook page, everywhere you could possibly share it. We really want to reach out there to graduates and help them be as successful as possible. We do have a website you can visit anytime. It is www.n-powermentnursing.com. And our Facebook page, which is where you are perhaps right now, is N-Powerment NCLEX/CPNRE test prep. So please follow our Facebook page. We do regularly share blogs, practice questions for your registration exam, so on and so forth. So please feel free to comment on this live video. We are live right now coming at you from Ontario. Let us know where you're from. So throw up, hey, we're joining you from California. We just love to see how far it is that we're reaching. And any comments or questions you have throughout the video, feel free to put those in the comment section below, and we will address them kind of once we sum up what we're talking about this evening.
We're going to talk about test day, the day of your registration exam. This assumes that you have completed your study process. I had a friend who graduated a few years ago, and her test day is a story of what not to do. So she had planned to go with a friend. They were going to meet at a certain location. When she got there, she realized that she never actually checked in with him about the location of where he was going to write, and he was heading east and she was heading west. And so it meant that they had to part ways. She actually had to look up where she was going because she was just going to let her friend drive her there. She looked in her purse when she got in the car, had no gas, had $10 in her wallet, and ended up going to a gas station and hoping that $10 would get her to the 45-minute drive that she was needing to do. So this is a story of what not to do.
I bet she didn't feel very good on the way or when she got there.
No, just panicked. Her panic just increased because she didn't know where she was going.
Oh, that's a great story of what not to do. So let's talk about what you should do. All of those things definitely are things that you should not do. We're going to talk about a list of test day recommendations. Now, a lot of the stuff we're going to point out seems very practical, I suppose we could say, meaning some pretty obvious, perhaps to some people, different steps you should take to prepare for this big day in your life when you're going to become a nurse. However, based on our experience with graduates, we might venture to say not all of this is as practical as it may seem, because we've seen repeatedly this list of recommendations comes from things that you shouldn't do, perhaps that we have seen done. So our test day recommendation number 1 would be getting a good night's sleep the night before you write your registration exam. Now, whatever that is for you, whatever your practice is to ensure that you get a good night's rest, it's super important because we all know as nurse graduates that our brain functions more optimally when we are well rested. And definitely this is a situation in which you want the top-notch brain function within your capacity. So number 1, get a good night's rest the night before, as difficult as that may seem.
Recommendation number 2 is look in your fridge the night before and make sure there's food in there for you to eat breakfast in the morning. If there's not, go out to the grocery store and get something that you can eat in the morning. Your brain needs glucose. Do not go to write this important exam not having anything in your stomach. Protein. Eat some protein and some carbs. Drink some orange juice to get it right in your Krebs cycle. I used to do that in high school when I was writing biology exams. Be sure that you eat a good breakfast.
The Krebs cycle kind of gives me shivers a little bit. Krebs cycle. Right? Test day recommendation number 3. You want to go ahead of time. You need to go the night before, the week before, the month before, however before it has to be, to make sure you know where it is you are going. Scope out the location. Where do you have to park, right? You don't want to be rushed, not know how much time it's going to take you to get there. Don't rely on Google Maps to tell you how long it's going to take you to get there. Actually physically drive there if at all possible, to know it's going to take me 20 minutes to get there, so I should leave, an hour early. Because you want to get there nice and early and just have kind of that time to relax. We all know how we feel, right? When we are rushed or we don't know how long it's going to take. So going there beforehand and knowing how long it's going to take us is very important.
How many of us have gotten on the highway and looked at our gas meter and realized we're out of gas? Don't do that. The night before, make sure you have a full tank of gas, and make sure you have some cash in your wallet so that in the morning, after you've had a great night's sleep and a really good breakfast, when you get in your car, you can be confident that you're going to make it to the test center. Take that little part off your plate so you don't have to worry about it, and do that the day before.
Yeah. Test day recommendation number 5 is perhaps the one both Linda and myself are the most passionate about. And we call it going alone, okay? You go alone to write your registration exam. And believe it or not, this isn't common practice. For the most part, with graduates, they go with their bestie, or they go with their study buddy, or perhaps even their sibling. And that all seems great because you can be there for one another theoretically, right? When you're both nervous and all of these things. But what ends up happening is it takes different people a different amount of time to complete their exam, whether it is you're writing the NCLEX or the CPNRE. So for some, it takes 1 hour, 45 minutes perhaps. For others, it could take 4 hours, 6 hours when it comes to the NCLEX. So what happens to you in that chair when you go in with your study buddy, and your study buddy gets up from the computer and walks out after 45 minutes, and you are there for 6 hours, how do you think that impacts your ability to focus, right? Because the whole time you're thinking, first of all, oh, it only took them 45 minutes. I've been here 3 hours, right? This is taking me so long. I must be doing something wrong. They must have passed, and I must have failed. I must not be successful. I'm this, I'm that. You're going to start saying negative things to yourself, not to mention the fact that the whole time you're thinking, oh my goodness, they're waiting for me out there in the parking lot. They've been sitting in the car now for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, right?
Yeah.
So it really is one of the worst things you can possibly do. You want to drive to that test center, be by yourself, give yourself the permission to take as long as you need to take without having the anxiety of somebody else finishing ahead of you, and most importantly, of waiting for you in the parking lot, okay? So go it alone.
Prepare for the long haul. Go into this registration exam preparing to write for 6 hours if you're NCLEX writers, for 4 hours if you're Canadian writers of the CPNRE. If you prepare for the long haul, then you'll be ready for the long haul. We've heard from graduates that they've gone in and thought they would just write for an hour, and then ended up being there for 6 hours, or thought they would finish in 2 hours and ended up being there for 4 hours, and they didn't take food with them. So take food. Take fluids, okay? If you have medication, take meds. We had a graduate who had a headache during the 6-hour experience. She didn't have any Tylenol to take. So make sure you take some medication. Anticipate this. Take a sweater. We had a graduate tell us she was freezing.
Just recently.
During the whole
week.
write of this exam. Sat on her hands. Okay, how uncomfortable is that? Wear comfortable clothing, okay? Be ready to be writing for a long period of time. And then if you're there for that length of time, you're prepared.
I don't know about you guys, but I had a legit study sweater, like a study hoodie that I always studied for throughout my undergraduate degree. So I wore that study hoodie, right? Because it was just like my go-to study ensemble, if you will. So wear your go-to study ensemble, whatever that is. So now we've got you ready for test day. We've made some very practical but very purposeful recommendations, so you avoid the what not to do on test day. So now you're in the parking lot. So what's going to happen now? Now you're in the parking lot, right? You're ready to go. You're ready to go. You've done all the right things. So next week we're going to take you from the parking lot into the chair. And we're going to walk you right through that exam when you're sitting in front of that computer, things you're going to do, things you're going to say to yourself as well. So make sure you join us for that. And so that's going to be next week. So that basically sums up our recommendations for test day.
Yes. So offer any comments that you have or any questions that you'd like to answer. We would love to answer and hear from you.
Any questions. And even if you tune into the video after we sum up and we're no longer live and it happens to come up in your news feed, what have you, we do keep following this video. It does have a long lifespan. So if you come across this in a week, 2 weeks, and you want to throw up where you're from, where you're watching from, that would be fantastic. For those of you who are new to N-Powerment Nursing, you aren't really sure what it is that we do. We are a complete preparatory program for those students writing the NCLEX, the NCLEX PN, or the CPNRE. We do have complete textbooks full of all of the content. Look how beautiful they are. Da, 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 da. All of the content that it is that you need to review. You can view more of our products on our website. Our program also comes with a daily review cue card package with farm and lab values, etc., everything that requires memorization. And we teach all of this content in either online or live courses. So just so you know a little bit about who we are and what it is that we offer, you can view all of that, of course, in great detail on our website at www.n-powermentnursing.com. Please like and share this video again. And join us on our Facebook page at N-Powerment NCLEX/CPNRE test prep. We do have a promo code right now going on that will get you a discount off of our entire program, and that you can see above here. Like I can pretend like I'm touching it. Look right here. It is summer 17, and that program, promo code is valid right now. So feel free to hop on our website and take advantage of that promo code to get a discount off of our program. You may be wondering what our shirts stand for. WWFD, what would Florence do? As in Flo Knight, Florence Nightingale. And one nurse comes from our favorite Florence Nightingale quote that you can also see on our website. So thank you so much for joining us. Like and share this video. And anything else, Lynn, you want to add?
We're here for you.
We are here for you.
We're here for you.
You are not alone.
We believe in you.
We believe in you. Join us again. We will see you again soon. It's been a pleasure.
Bye-bye.